What is up, bros and broettes? I'm Inkslasher, and today we got a big announcement from World War II. We got the announcement of DLC 2. Now, DLC 2 is going to be called The War Machine, feature 3 multiplayer maps, 1 war map, and 1 zombies map, just like DLC 1 did. So it's not the normal 4 multiplayer maps, but you do get that war map in there, so it kind of evens each other out. I'm curious what you guys think. Are you kind of sick of that? Do you not play war anymore, or do you like the new war map? I think from a development standpoint, it's actually more work to develop a war map than it is a normal multiplayer map. So I'm curious what you guys think about that one. So the 3 multiplayer maps are Dunkirk, Egypt, and V2. The new war map is called Operation Husky. And finally, we got our zombies map, which is called the Shadowed Throne. So let's start by looking at the multiplayer maps. The first one we're going to look at is Dunkirk, and if that name sounds familiar, it's because it takes place in the same location of Dunkirk, the movie that came out earlier this year. Now here's the description of this one. Players face off on the sands and beachfront boardwalk of the French seaside city of Dunkirk. This map features a large, open, and dangerous beach area flanked by tight interiors through the buildings lining the beachfront. Sniping can be effective here, though aggressive running and gunning can also pay off. So keep sharp and watch your angles and surroundings to win the day. So based off of the image we have from this map and the description, it looks like the left side of the map is going to be kind of more close quarters. You're going to have some buildings, you're going to have some cover from vehicles, whereas the right side of the map is going to be more wide open, kind of beachfront. It's got a really cool look to it, and I think it's definitely going to be a decent map. And if you've seen the movie, there's definitely some nostalgia going on from that as well. Next up, map number 2, and I think the one most people are kind of excited for, is Egypt. The description of it is, for the first time in Call of Duty World War II, we are bringing players to the battlefields of northern Africa and the Egyptian pyramids. Players fight in and around ancient ruins at Giza and landmarks that you're sure to recognize. The map features an interior temple in the center that heats up during intense domination matches. In other words, the B flag is there, with more open exterior lanes to either side. There's something for everyone, as all ranges and playstyles have a place to call home here. Now, the thing that I find really cool about this map, from the picture, we can't really tell exactly how this one is going to play, but in Call of Duty World War II, there are no maps like this. There's green maps, there's snow maps, and now we're going to have the complete opposite, a desert map. It's very different from everything else in the game, and I think that's why a lot of people are excited for this one. It's something new. It's going to bring a new kind of look to the World War II multiplayer. Map number 3 is called V2. Now, you may recognize that because of the V2 missile in World War II. Of course, if you get a 25 weapon kill streak, you get a V2 missile, which is similar to any sort of nuke you've seen in previous Call of Duty games. But the description of this one is, welcome to V2, a rocket development and test site location in rural Germany. V2 is a tight, ultra-fast-paced map that never lets up for a moment. The launch tower sits at the map center, providing a focal point and an opportunity to grab an elevated sightline on unsuspecting opponents. Short to mid-range engagements are dominant here, with fast and furious gameplay throughout. Don't blink. And based off of this image, I can kind of get 2 ideas from it. First of all, it kind of looks like London Docks, just the kind of environment and the things you're seeing there. But also, based off of the entire description of that, does this not just sound like Nuketown? To me, it sounds a ton like Nuketown. Super fast-paced map, focal point in the middle. I think it's going to be an extremely intense and extremely fast-paced map. And my guess, based off of the description, is this is going to be the fan favorite out of all of the maps. Also, if you're wondering what that German sign says on the wall, it says vehicle repair and then underneath vehicle. I thought it was going to be some sort of Easter egg, but to me, that just is a sign that's on the map. Then we have our war map. The war map is the thing that sounds by far the most interesting to me. As I mentioned, it's called Operation Husky, and the location for it is in Sicily, but the description is what really gets me excited for it. So, join the Allies in the invasion of Sicily, one of the major blows against the Nazi war machine. Under the cover of darkness, gather and transmit intel on sensitive enemy ports, and take to the skies in a fighter plane to protect bomber squadrons on their way to destroy targets. No, you did not hear me wrong. Take to the skies. So, at some point on this map, we are going to be flying airplanes. Whether it's just going to be like the fighter pilot score streak in multiplayer, I'm not sure, or whether it's going to be full-on dogfights, but I do know in the description of the map, it says we will be taking to the skies, and that's pretty exciting to me. That's adding a whole new concept to multiplayer, and I can't wait to see how that plays out. So, first of all, it's a night map, which I always really enjoy. On top of that, it's a really cool location, being Sicily, and we get to fly airplanes. So that is why this is what I'm the most excited about. I can't wait to get my hands on it. I can't wait to play it. And finally, for all you zombies guys out there, we got a zombies map. So this one is called the Shadow Throne, as I mentioned before, and here's the description. The Shadow Throne brings our heroes into the heart of Nazi Germany to confront a desperate and murderous regime. Berlin is burning, and Dr. Straub's monstrous army is hell-bent on purging his city of allied invaders. And by invaders, I mean invaders. Join Marie, Drostan, Olivia, and Jefferson on their descent into madness in a city warped with terror, blood, and war, as Nazi zombies step out from the shadows of history. So, we really don't get much information of this one. We don't really get how it's going to play. We do know it's in a city, but other than that, this is the only image we have of it so far. Really, there's no Easter eggs in this or anything like that. It just shows what a zombie is going to kind of look like, and a very, very minimal kind of blurred background of the city. So really not much information to go off on that one. I don't know if I mentioned it already, but this is going to be coming out on April 10th, so pretty soon. So stay tuned for a lot of content about that. To me, from the sounds of it, this is going to be a really great DLC pack. It seems like they kind of got the run-of-the-mill maps out in the first DLC. Now they're going to be making some risks, things like Egypt, things we haven't seen before, and on top of that, taking to the skies and Operation Husky sounds absolutely awesome. So I'm really excited to see how it actually plays, what it actually looks like, but I won't be able to do that until April 10th. So let me know what you think down in the comments. If you're excited for this, let me know. If you're not, let me know. Also, if you enjoyed the video, it would be awesome if you could hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, you can always subscribe to stay up to date on all my videos. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.
Maybe you should take it slow.